order to use the sensor, connect the pressure pipe and the sensor cord to the flow control unit. Connect the other end of the cord to the flow sensor. Then, remove the input and output caps. The flow sensor works bidirectionally, so make sure that the flow sensor is orientated correctly. If the input is connected to the left of the sensor and the output to the right, the flow will show positive. On the other hand, if the input is placed on the right side of the sensor and the output on the left, the flow will show negative. Once ready, connect the input and output tubing. The sensor can be set up in one of two ways for this example. It can go between the fluid reservoir, which contains the sample that we are going to run through the trial, and the micro device inlet. Or, the second option is between the micro device outlet and the waste. Some important recommendations for the maintenance of the flow sensor are: do not leave fluid inside the sensor chamber as it may form crystals. Always clean after each experiment. Make sure samples used are chemically compatible with the sensor components, and avoid mechanical cleaning. Cleaning the sensor after each experiment is very important, given that some solids may accumulate inside the sensor and affect its performance. In order to clean the sensor, connect the input and output tubing and have the output tubing end on a waste. Then, using a syringe, wash the flow sensor with cleaning reagents. We will use the basic protocol to illustrate the procedure. First, we use distilled water. Then, we follow through with isopropanol. And finally, we use air to dry the sensor. Disconnect the tubing to make sure that the connections are also clean. In case there's any residue in the connectors, clean directly using a lint-free cloth. Finally, place the caps on the connectors to keep the sensor clean.